Hey everyone, today's video is going to be about my guinea pig non-negotiable care aspects. This is kind of going to be for people who are researching, looking into getting guinea pigs. Or if you already have guinea pigs, there may be some useful things in here for you as well. Because all owners can always be learning, changing, growing. Nobody's perfect. I find out new things almost daily. So anyway, if you're looking into getting guinea pigs, there are things about their care that I say are non-negotiable, meaning this is what it is, take it or leave it kind of thing. Now these things are not cons per se, it's up to you whether you see these things as a con. For me, all the non-negotiable care things for guinea pigs are things I'm totally cool with doing. Some people may watch this and be like, okay, I don't really think guinea pigs are for me because I can't provide this or I don't want to do that, which is totally cool. That's why you research before you get pets. There are a couple pets, sugar gliders and hedgehogs, which I first looked into getting, and after looking for their basic care needs, like their non-negotiable needs, I was like, okay, they're not really for me. Can I still enjoy the pets looking at them online and videos? Of course. But for me to personally own, I'm not interested anymore, and I was glad I researched first. So number one for guinea pigs, a reason you see them rehomed a lot is because you're either allergic to the guinea pig or the hay. Whether they're hairless or not, you will be allergic to a skinny pig or a furry pig if you're allergic to guinea pigs. It's in their dander, it's proteins in their skin, their saliva, the urine. It's nothing to do with the hair. So if you're allergic to a guinea pig, obviously, unless it's something you can handle, you can't have them, right? Because you can't have a skinny pig in its place. It's not hypoallergenic. You're going to be allergic to a skinny pig just like you are with a furry pig. And the next thing kind of going along with allergies is hay. This is a huge one for so many people. Hay is a big time allergen. Now some people can get away with using orchard grass or a bluegrass that's less dusty than Timothy hay. You can wear a dust mask, you can get an air purifier in the room, but if your allergy is super severe, it's going to cause you trouble breathing, which could end you up in the hospital. So there's no way around not having hay for them. That's 80% of their diet. So if hay cannot be in your house, you can't tolerate it at all with a severe reaction, without a severe reaction, guinea pigs aren't for you. So that sucks. But then there's lots of different animals you can look into that don't require hay. Now what I recommend for people who don't really know, go visit people who have hay in their house, go to a farm, pet some guinea pigs, hold them, go to a rescue, go to a shelter, interact with them. There are some extreme cases where hay you're not going to notice until it kind of slowly progresses worse and worse and worse. But for most allergies, I have very bad allergies to so many things, you know when something bugs you pretty quickly. So if I go to somebody's house and I haven't been to their house before and they have a cat, I can notice they have a cat before I even see the cat kind of thing. So if you go somewhere where there's hay, you should notice quite quickly if it affects your breathing, if it affects your eyes, itchy, watery. So that is a big thing to consider before you get the guinea pigs. The next is guinea pigs are animals that should always be kept in pairs and more. So if you're somebody who's looking into getting a pet and you know you can only get one pet, for whatever that reason may be, guinea pigs are off limits to you because they are 2 or more. So if you're somebody watching this and you think, oh, I only have one pig, it's never too late to change. So if this is something that I know is a touchy subject for some people, but it's just reality, we can't be selfish. If we're getting a pet, we need to meet all their basic needs, and them having a buddy, that's how they live in the wild with friends. That's what they need. So you have to get a pet that likes to be solitary. So maybe a hamster is more your thing if you can only have one pet at a time. So it's kind of putting your selfish side of I want this pet, putting it aside and looking in, can I look after this pet and look after all their basic needs? If there are any no's, then be the responsible person and don't get the pet. So the next thing is cage size, and I know this gets me lots of backlash as well. I have a whole video on about cage sizes, which I'll link in the description. Guinea pigs require, for 2 pigs, since we're always adopting 2, a minimum of 28 inches by 56. So that is not any pet store cage that I've ever seen. The closest is a Midwest Habitat cage, which I think you can buy at Walmart for sure. I've seen it. But even if I was getting one of those, I would get two and connect them. So if you're looking in your house and you're measuring where you would put your pet cage and you can't meet the minimum requirement, guinea pigs are out of the question for you. Again, this is about not being selfish, looking after their needs. The selfish thing would be like, even though I can only fit them in a small pet store cage, I still want that guinea pig. You're not doing them any services, so we gotta be selfless and think, okay, I can't fit a cage that they require. This is the size they require, I can't fit it. This pet is not for me. So that is like a huge thing. Now the next big thing for me is vet care. Guinea pigs can be illness prone. It is extremely rare if you have a guinea pig that does not have any medical problems throughout its entire life. When animals age, they get things like us humans do. They could get something like arthritis, which we can manage with pain meds. That's just a small example. Things that are super common for guinea pigs are eye pokes from hay, which require a vet because eye pokes can do some serious damage. They're painful, they need pain meds, they need an antibiotic eye drop to heal. So that's just one of the things that happens a lot. So many of my pigs have had an eye poke, probably half of them I've had to take to the vet for an eye poke, and I know there's lots of you out there who've had the same thing. It happens. They stuff their head full on into the hay, eyes open. They're a little bit silly that way. It happens. Now, guinea pigs can't go to dog and cat vets because they're not specialized in them. You need an exotic vet. So first off, if thinking about getting guinea pigs, you're like, I'm not taking them to the vet if something happens. That's silly. I can't afford that. I don't believe small pets should go to the vet because they're small. Don't get the guinea pigs. If you're getting guinea pigs, you're taking on the silent oath to look after them, to protect them, and do all that you can, within reason, of course, to help them out. And taking them to the vet for things to get diagnosed, at the very least, is something you need to do. Everybody who has a guinea pig, you need to be willing to go to the vet, otherwise that's cruel. That's the bottom line. If your pet's sick or injured and you refuse to take it to the vet, that is cruel. If it's because of money, because you can't afford it, then maybe pets aren't the right thing for you at this time. You have to look after your little guinea pigs, and it doesn't matter. Size doesn't matter. All pets deserve health care. All pets. So that is something that's so huge for me that I get asked a lot, this is wrong with my pet, but I can't take it to the vet because of this, and this reason. Then what'd you get them for? Hurts my heart to think of guinea pigs out there suffering because people refuse to spend the money on them to get them the help. They are expensive, so if that's something you're not interested in, again, don't be selfish and get them just because you want them. You get them because you love them, you want to look after them, and you'll do whatever you can to make their life happy and comfortable. So I know that's might be stepping on people's toes about the vet thing, but that is totally non-negotiable. They need a vet. And then also it's the exotic vet. You can't go to a dog and cat vet, get them looked after, and expect it to be a proper diagnosis, proper treatment. People have taken their pigs to dogs or cat vet, been given unsafe medication that has killed their guinea pig, been diagnosed incorrectly, and their guinea pig dies, things like that. So those are some of my main non-negotiables for pets. Number one, make sure you don't have allergies to their hay because hay is a requirement. There's no getting around that. They need to be in pairs because they're social creatures. They need the large cage. That's just what it is. They need that large cage, and they need vet care. Now, some smaller things that they need are vegetables, fresh vegetables every day. They need healthy pellets, plain Timothy-based pellets, no seeds, no nuts, no colored bits, none of that junk in there, not alfalfa-based when they're over 6 months. That's pretty serious as well. And be careful what treats you're feeding them. Most pet store treats, like 99% of them, are absolute garbage. So you should stay away from those. If you're bathing your guinea pig, you need to use pet-safe shampoos. You need to do their nail care. You need to, what else can we say? Touching on like the pellets and the vegetables, they need vitamin C every day. They can't make that themselves, so that's a requirement for them. But all the ones I talked about previous, those are my major things that I feel so strongly about. There's some people who try to get away with no hay because it bothers them. That's like refusing to give somebody water because you're allergic to water. They need the water to live. Guinea pigs need the hay to live. They need a nice big cage. Putting them in a small cage because that's all you can fit is so selfish. Not taking them to the vet is animal abuse. Not having them with another buddy is so sad. That's be like us people who are very social, never seeing another face. They need to interact with their own kind. So these are my non-negotiables. In the description box I'll leave links to why guinea pigs need hay, what kind of pellets to feed, my pet store cage video, my dangerous unsafe pet store treat video, a whole bunch of links to things that I feel strongly about. Now some people might enjoy my honesty, other people may not. That's just me. Alright, see you guys.